Why, hello and welcome to where I talk about the grazing goats question. And I still remember this. No, box black. There we go. It was a question I had in high school, and it has, well, two possible answers. And one is, well, as you go around, it comes out so far, and it comes out so far. Maybe make this a little longer. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just showing you the basic concept. And you come out here, and there's a quarter of a circle made by the radius. The rope's the radius. And you come out here, and you go next to the wall, and you got another partial circle out here. A little wobbly, but you're getting the basic idea. And, well, then, as you come around the building, you have to subtract the wall of the building. So the rope comes out over here. And so you have a reduced radius, and it's a quarter of a circle. So you have this quarter of a circle. And you have the original circle. There's one more, so come out about yay far. You have another. Okay, that's way too wobbly. But you have another quarter of a circle, but it's starting to shrink as you go around. You know what? That is way off. That's way off. I'm going to fix that. Yeah, okay. So that's all the way out here. And this one's all the way out, kind of out here, because it's the same length because it's off of this corner. These three-quarters of a circle. 1, 2, you can only calculate it, This is the worst circle ever. It's going to be an egg. But you come over here and you got this circle. And then you got, well, let's go with this dark blue. Then you come over here and you got yet another. That doesn't contrast. What will contrast? Well, no, green won't. Let's go with orange. Yeah, it's got some contrast. You come down here and, well, there's a little rope left. It reduces again. So you've got a little overlap because, I'm not going to give you the numbers, but the rope comes out here and you got a half circle, 3/4 of it of a circle. And the rope hits the wall of the building, so you subtract the length of that wall that it hits, and that's the radius of your next circle. And then you subtract 2 walls from it to come up with your next circle, and I would just treat these as quarters, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. I know you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarter circles, but then it turns into just adding one number 3 times instead of, you can just plug it all back in if you want. But depending on how that question's worded, there's another answer that's valid. Completely valid. Let's go with, say, mauve. 0. Because when I took it, they forgot to tell you on the question, was it an inside or an outside corner of the shed? Now, this is an example of critical reading because I'm making sure that how it's defining how the rope behaves is critical. Paying very attention to the nuances of the sentence. It's, what's it now they call critical reading. It's letting yourself accept that maybe details don't work to your internal model or adjusting your internal model for some of you. For me, it was like, oh yeah, people do crazy things like tie goats inside sheds with like 40-foot roofs. 40-foot roofs with 40-foot ropes. Why? I don't know. People are like, well, why would anyone do that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Someone might do it. Didn't need an answer. To me, it was like, yeah, it has 2 answers. 0. Depending on how it's worded. Now, if it does actually remember to define it as an outside, then that isn't valid. But it's just a reduced circle area problem. And what was scary was when I was in high school. Oh, let's dye this background so we can see better what I'm about to draw. It was scary, to me anyway. Square tool, thank you. Here's the high school student in the advanced math class. And here's the shed. See if I can do this. Here's the rope. They subtracted the area of the shed from the circle. I wouldn't have a problem if a grade schooler gave me that as the answer, because that's way above like a grade school child, but in high school, I'm scared. Because that has the rope passing through the walls of the shed. And I think I at least saw that on occasion in there. And these were advanced math students. That was scary because they were worried about the rope to nowhere, but they quite literally had a rope pass phasing through the walls of a shed. Now, if that had been a post and the shed was a flower bed, yeah, this would make sense. This isn't a flower bed. This is a shed. That means it has a vertical wall of at least high enough that nominally it would protect the goat if it lived in it, to be assumed. But yeah, that was kind of scary to see in high school. This kind of logic. Yeah. A rope can coil. That's fine. Ropes don't phase through matter. This was what spooked me. This is... Maybe you should seek some help and have help because, yeah, this was scary for me to see as an answer where they just took a circle and subtracted the square from it as a proof. I was like, that's scary. I know some of us are like, can't imagine blind, but which I understand, you know, and go play to your strengths and acknowledge your weaknesses so that they don't handicap you. So they don't hold you back. That's my reply. High school, go learn. You know, if you're struggling with this, go take those math classes that you struggle in high school with, because when you get to college, you'll be more prepared. Use it as preparation for college. Go take those electives you normally wouldn't take so you can go explore. Why? High school, you don't have a loan. There's no business contract. Go explore. Go tie goats in the middle of sheds for no reason. Obviously look after and feed and water the goat, but, you know, you don't have to perfectly match everyone's logic. It doesn't always hurt anyone. I mean, a fed and watered goat that you remember to take out, it's still going to get to go graze. You know, maybe you tied it in the shed because you needed to keep it from escaping the shed for some reason, to keep it safe from itself. I don't know. You don't want it out breeding with the ewes that are outside. I don't know. At that time. I don't know. You don't want it chasing small children that it doesn't get along with. But yeah. And if you want to check this proof, just put your foot on the floor and remember your foot didn't pass through it, at least if it's a normal floor. Matter doesn't tend to phase through other matter. Liquids mix, but they don't just stop being. In solids, no, this isn't happening. And I don't know why I saw that there. That was scary. And it should be concerning, because it says someone needed a lot of help in my math class. Anyway, that's just a fun math problem. I've left out all the equations so that, guess what? You get to do all the hard work. But maybe I've helped some of you who got stumped on it, trying to figure out what kind of question you were being asked. And that I don't mind providing, but I'm not going to solve it beyond that for you because I want the kid that did this to learn what was going on with this question. That's why I'm sharing this. I want them to learn and grow. And sometimes we need a little more help than we're willing to admit to. So maybe some stranger's YouTube video is going to be better than asking your teacher and explaining to them how you're having a hard time. I get it. I was in class, had that happen to me all the time. I'm just a stranger on YouTube that you can pretend you never watched my video, and that's fine. I just want you to get the help you need in your math class. And yes, this is kind of a blog. But I want you to see you guys succeed and do well and learn. And I know everything's visual now. And even if your teacher caught you watching this, yeah, they kind of could get grumpy at you not figuring out how to solve it. But, well, they can't say you can copy my answer. I don't have very good circles, and there's no numbers on anything. You're still going to have to do those numbers. And I haven't even brought up any of the equations. I've just drawn the diagram that may or may not apply to the version you're given. But anyway, hopefully that helps someone out there. Hope you enjoyed the assistance. And I mean, yeah, there's no problem with accidentally making this mistake. That happens. Also, we have brain farts. Everyone has their I'm half awake and I misread the problem day. It happens. Or we're struggling with something, or struggling to read, or because not everyone's good at story problems. That's fine. There's nothing. The thing that goes wrong is when you're not being you, not when you're being you, and the best you. Go be the best you. Well, anyway, for those that are watching this, you probably have homework or a test to go do. And ChatGPT can't really borrow this to give you the answer because I left out all the math terms minus the name of the question. So go do the math. It's not that hard. I know. I did it half awake in high school and slept through math class and still did it. I'm pretty sure if you stayed awake and paid attention in math class, you'll do better than I did. So go out there, have fun, and enjoy having a little nudge to figure out what some of these story problems are. And a lot of them is just carefully spending your time reading them. And I know everyone's good at everything. Go out there and work hard on that math, and at least respect what it is. Even if you never do figure out this math, that's fine by me. Just go enjoy the experience of trying and learning, and have fun, and I'll see you guys next time.